Good morning and welcome once again to our daily Bible studies. Today we're on day 55. My name is Alan Mayer. I'm a retired Anglican priest and I'm taking us through the Bible in 365 readings. At the moment we're looking at the ancient sagas from Abraham to the Exodus. And today on day 55 we're going to look at the character of Melchizedek, who blesses Abraham. This is Genesis chapter 14, verses 17 to 24. When Abram returned after defeating Chedorlaomer and the other kings, the king of Sodom went out to meet him in the Vale of Shaveh, otherwise known as the King's Valley. And Melchizedek, who was king of Salem, and also a priest of the Most High God, brought bread and wine to Abram. He blessed Abram and said, "The Most High God, who made the heavens and the earth, bless Abram. The Most High God be praised, because he gave you victory over your foes." And Abram donated to Melchizedek a 10th share of all the treasures he had recovered. The king of Sodom said to Abram, "Keep the loot, but give all of my people back to me." Abram replied, "Before Yahweh, God Most High, who created the heavens and the earth, I solemnly swear that I will not keep anything that belongs to you, not even a thread or a sandal strap, so that you can never say that you are the one who made Abram rich." The significance of this priest, Melchizedek, grew vastly over the nearly 2,000 years between this meeting and the days when the early Christian thinkers were putting two and two together and coming to startling conclusions. But before we come to that, let me set the scene. Abram was intent on rescuing Lot from captivity during the internecine warfare between the city-states of that area. So he gathered such forces as he could manage to spring a successful surprise attack at night, to drive off the excuse me just one moment, during the internecine warfare between the city-states of that area. So he gathered such forces as he could manage to spring a successful surprise attack at night to drive off the aggressors and release the captives. This delighted the king of Sodom and the priest king of Salem, which was later called Jerusalem, which was not yet a Jewish city. As we see in this reading, they express their gratitude to him, each in his own way. The priest king of Jerusalem was not Jewish, but Jebusite, yet he is called a priest of God Most High. The early Christians liked this story because of the bread and wine, and because he was a non-Jewish believer. The Jews in Jerusalem, before the exile began in 587 BC, composed a lyric which we know as Psalm 110 about one of their kings, which refers to him as a priest forever in the priestly order of Melchizedek. The early Christians, as we can see from the letter to the Hebrews, chapters 5 and 6, interpreted the psalm as a messianic one, referring to the coming Christ, who had been expected to exhibit both royal and priestly qualities. Now, we are grateful for this story from 4,000 years ago, as it echoes down the ages to us, with ideas that were not to come to fruit for a very long time. Here was Melchizedek, a believer who was not Jewish. The worship of the real God was not restricted to the chosen people, the Jews. And in return for the blessing of this non-Jewish priest, There were as yet no Jewish priests in the time of Abraham. Abraham offered him 1/10 of his plunder, thus giving rise to the habit of tithing, giving 1/10 of one's income to God, along with good works. So that's today, and we'll be carrying on with Abraham tomorrow, and we come to that most important thing to the Jews and later also to the Muslims, the covenant which includes circumcision. So we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll carry on with Abraham.